All right. No, I got so much freaking anxiety today. I wasn't going to make a video. I really didn't feel like I had anything to talk about, and worked out, was in the shower, and I just thought of this. I was like, okay, here we go. I was going to talk about my day some. I don't freaking know, but now I kind of changed my mind, I guess. All right. Not thinking too far ahead in your recovery. And maybe you're at the taper stage, and you're tapering, and you start to feel some crap, and you're like, oh man, it reminds you of what is to come eventually, and you start thinking, you start obsessing over it. It starts to worry you, and then maybe you can be stagnant for a while or whatever. It can throw a wrench. We'll just say that. It'll throw a wrench in the process, in the goal that is, that we're trying to get to. And, I used to do that. I used to think too dang far ahead all the time. I'd get so freaking scared, you guys. Like, especially like when I'd taper, I'd go down like a pretty good chunk. And I'd be at work, working, and you feel like, oh man, like, yeah, I remember this. Like, it's like gonna be wearing lead for a while, and you know what I mean? But another thing that we do, and the reason why I'm making this is because this is me, dude. This is freaking me. I'm getting off the benzo now, and I know it's gonna be a long process. It's gonna be really freaking long. I'm jumping in less than a month now. Sorry, I'm thirsty, so I got to drink this, and I'm burping. Anyway, but I was thinking too far ahead, and I was like, dude, because I just know it's going to be a pain in the rear, right? And I started to kind of worry a little bit, but then it's like, you know what? Freaking one day at a time. One day at a time is what, like legit. That's all you can do. Yes, okay, be prepared and be realistic with yourself at, what is to come. But I do that, but then I kind of do a weird thing too, where I'm just like hoping for the best. I'm not gonna, and I even tell myself this, I'm like, you know what, maybe it won't be as bad as I remember it, or maybe it won't be as bad for me, or, and maybe it will be, maybe it'll be worse for me. I don't freaking know, but guess what? I'll find out when it happens instead of worrying about it now. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's easy to do, man. It's really freaking easy to do. But it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do any good just worrying about the future. But yeah, dude, I just have that mindset where it's like, dude, hey, if God wants to make this easier on me, he can do it. If he doesn't, if he wants to make it harder on me, he'll do it. You know what I mean? Like I need to learn whatever I need to learn anyway. It's in God's hands, seriously. But another thing is when you're in the early stages, when you're on day 7, 19, 32, blah, 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 whatever. And, especially as it gets over a month and blah, 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 you start to kind of think like, man, start second guessing yourself. You start second guessing yourself, and you start thinking, man, can I do this? Is this going to exhaust me? How long is this going to take? And then you start obsessing. You start maybe reading the same things that you've already read, watching the same videos that you've watched again, maybe on just a topic that's just information. It's like, dude, it's going to be what it's going to be. Don't worry. Take it one day at a time. But it could just dismantle the whole thing, and then you relapse. Keep sticking to the goal, to the plan. I know it's freaking hard. Like, and we all say, everyone in recovery says it's baby steps. It's baby steps all the freaking way, dude. Sometimes it's just hour by hour, minute by minute, especially in those early stages, dude. And you grind out a day of work here. You do and it's all just stepping stones to the goal. Don't think too far ahead and trip yourself out. It trips me out all the time. I do this in life. It's not even just recovery stuff. This is a huge struggle of mine. Where I just worry about the future. In fact, me and my wife were talking last night, and we were just talking, okay? And we're talking about, like, some people, they hold on to stuff. They bottle stuff up. They hold on to stuff, which is not a good thing to do. It's not healthy for the soul. It's not healthy for the body. It's not healthy at all. Bottling stuff up and, not forgiving people. Terrible stuff. We've done terrible stuff to people. People have done terrible stuff to us. We got to let it go, right? And I was talking to my wife. I'm like, that's actually something I'm good at. I'm not, but then I said, my problem is I'm always thinking about the damn future and all panicked about that, where I'm just like, okay, whatever, what's done is done. Dude, it's what's done is freaking done, right? Well, you know what, I guess I'm hard on myself. Yeah, I guess I should probably take that back. I do kind of hold stuff against myself, which is bad, which is just as worse, right? Maybe, I don't know, I feel like, okay, anyway, sorry. It's hard though. Anyway, but yeah, dude, let's not panic about the future, right? Stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Keep going with the goal. I mean, you know what the goal is. There's a goal. You know, if you go back, you know what the end game is. And you don't want that life. I don't want that life. And so anyway, one day at a time, right? Baby steps all the way. God bless all y'all. V for victory and salute.